So, back at this month's Cosplayer's Downtime podcast. It's me, Bernie Garcia, known as your cosplayer. Also known as Surfer BRG, but I go by Bernie Garcia. And it's Cosplayer's Downtime podcast, a podcast where you can share like nerd related stuff, topics, news topics, video game, retro, basically just stuff neat nerds or geeks like. So, for this month's podcast, why don't we start out with just saying that this year's Anime Expo 2016, and I'd have to say this was my ninth year in a row. And I just want to point out that this year was really successful. Like, I did notice they did up their game a bit, at least they got more stuff going on. The staff was a lot better this year, and, there was more stuff to do, and, bigger turnout, crowd. I was lucky I got my badge, and I'm also glad that I'm grateful I live not far from the LA Convention Center, so no hotel needed. After the way, so far, the con staff was really helpful because main thing I'd like to point out was con staff because, at least there are times where they did check up on me and did their best to help me out. And, there were times where, they had a lot of good stuff going on. And, not much I could say right now, but I can say that this con was really awesome. I didn't do any video projects because I wanted to take a break, but I did take some pictures while I was out at cosplay. And, I had fun, seeing our friends and cosplaying, meeting new people. And, even when I even did some major cosplaying and it was a hit. I guess the only complaints I had with the con was I actually had a blast. My only main complaints were this was one that's really common and everyone has it in common. They said it really got crowded, overcrowded. Especially day 2, because day 2 got sold out and crowded, and there were times where I got claustrophobic that I had to just get out. And they should really extend the hours, actually, because, there was not enough time. Even though it was 4 days, the hours was not enough time, especially when day 1, a lot of stuff started till, like, late afternoon. And there's another, I noticed the exhibit hall, or the artist alley was another issue. I won't go too much detail, but there was some controversy. It was underground. And it did raise some health concerns. And I want to admit, I did get a little claustrophobic in there that I had to leave. Even when I was with a friend at times, I kind of just had to go, I got to get out of here. It's too crowded. Because I'll admit, I do get claustrophobic. But I don't want to get too carried away. But all I can say was this year's Anime Expo was successful. It was my 9th year in a row. So when 2017 comes around, it'll be my 10th year in a row. And, still one of my favorite conventions. Hardly a letdown. But overall, I actually enjoyed the con this year and had a blast, and I'm glad this year they upped their game and big turnover, and I have to say, so far the best out of the 9 years attending the con. So I can't wait for 2007. And speaking of conventions coming around, even though Anime Expo was actually a blast, San Diego Comic-Con is a week away, and I wasn't able to get a badge, but last year I checked out the outside events and I had a blast, so this year I'll be returning for the outside events. And speaking of which, I want to share this next topic is a few days ago I got a chance to check out a pre-Comic-Con party that was hosted here in LA. It was at the OHM Club in Hollywood, and that was my second time being at the nightclub. First time I went there was during club cosplay, and actually I enjoyed it. But, yeah, first time checking out a pre-Comic-Con party. They gave me a choice, was either free admission for RSVP or pay $20 and get VIP. And, for $20, I couldn't pass it up, so I went ahead and got the VIP. And basically, I do like the nightclub because it's a nice atmosphere. It's really nice and fun. And it's also next to a metro, and it's also in the heart of Hollywood. So, there's always a chance, celebrities might be popping in and out. And, so far, I actually enjoyed the event, actually. And I got my $20 worth because, I got to demo the VR device, which is known as the Samsung. I currently have an LG smartphone right now, but I hope to, upgrade to what was it? I hope to upgrade to at least a Samsung Galaxy phone, hopefully someday. Right now, I just got a basic, page to go. But at least the smartphone works pretty good. But I got a chance to demo the VR for the first time, and that thing was amazing. I was like, what am I doing? And, VIP, I got a chance to access the back room, which, you had to have VIP permission. VIP pass, and basically it was, another dance area, another bar, private area, and really nice. And did love the music. I also did meetups with some friends, And overall, I had a blast. My only main con, and I have to agree because a few of my friends witnessed it, they had a bunch of really good guests that were supposed to show up, but some reason they couldn't make it. I guess some reason we waited till hours, and even to where we were just ready to call it a night. The event went on till 2:30, and we tried to last longer, but 11 o'clock was probably when we were ready to call it a night. 10:45, and the event started at 7:30, so I was there for hours, and we got bummed out. A lot of the guests didn't show up too. That was my only main con with the event, but overall, I actually had a blast checking out a pre-Comic Con party in LA, and actually I had a blast, and it was really fun. And the only bummer was not much guests. Well, I did get to meet a few guests, but it's not much. They were just a couple actors from Power Rangers Megaforce, the Green Ranger, and the Silver Ranger, and a few other actors showed up. But overall, I still had a blast, even though the guests didn't show up. I had a blast, and I got bummed out because right when I left the doors, the Black Eyed Peas just walked in, and I was like, "Oh, son of a." But what the heck? I still had fun, and I was getting tired. But overall, pre-Comic Con party was like really awesome, and I can't wait for the outside events of San Diego Comic Con to come up. And so I'm looking forward to that con coming up, especially since I'll be attending Sonic's 25th
And
anniversary
finally,
party.
before I go, I'd like to share one thing. This came out like this week, not too long ago, and I've been, on it like crazy. And I'll be going on some adventures, so I hope to get some videos. But I got a chance to try out the Pokemon Go. At first, I'll admit, ever since I got my first smartphone, I'm not really much of a person when it comes to like playing video games on your smartphone devices. Well, the only game I ever did enjoy was probably Angry Birds at one point. But I got the Pokemon Go app. I got tempted after too many people flooded, so I gave it a try, and I was amazed. This app is like really awesome. Like, at least going on an adventure, catching Pokemon, having a blast. It's kind of like they're trying to bring the video game experience to life, and I give them credit actually. Actually, I mostly give Nintendo credit because they actually did a good job at putting the app together. I have to say, the app is really awesome. Like, you get to catch Pokemon, level up, battle gyms, and if you guys are wondering, I chose Team Mystic, which is the blue team, so I went solo, but at least I'm glad to be meeting other people who chose Team Mystic. And I just have to say, this app is really fun, actually. And, it got me out and about, and I was catching Pokemon out of nowhere. Like, one of the recent ones I just picked up not too long ago was I went on another hunt through LA by myself, met our users and stuff, and I also was lucky to get a Pikachu and a few Eevees, so I'm still on a roll, but... And I do have to agree with the things they had to point out, that it's starting to have some glitches and bugs, and I did encounter that a couple times. Like, there are times where it did lag and stuff, and it glitched out. And the other issue was I don't have the VR capability on my phone, but that part, I watched this thing based on tips, and they said, like, don't really bother with the VR because it'll make it difficult to catch Pokemon, even though some people say it might be a fun experience. But I say the VR experience was kind of a little waste of time, but I hope to get a newer phone. And the one part is I do like how they decide to stick with the first generation instead of overcrowding us with Pokemon we've never heard of. And so I'm glad they went down to the first Game Boy Classic, so they stick with the first generation Pokemon, which I give them credit, which I say is actually pretty good. And, it kind of depends on areas, like urban areas, populated dense, and areas you gotta go to get Pokemon. And there are going to be times where you'll come across places where there's, like, no Pokestops. And the items were pretty useful, even though I didn't do the in-app purchases that much, because I figured I might find some of these items as I level up. And next thing you know, I'm currently level 9, and I start getting some of those free items you find in the app purchase. So those are for people who want to, like, gain advantages, but I'm like, nah, I'm going to save my money and just give it a try. But overall, yeah, Pokemon Go app, I would recommend it if you have a smartphone. It's compatible with both the Android and the Apple and the iPhone, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. That's unless you have like a really old phone that won't work. But I recommend you guys go check out the Pokemon Go app, have fun, and be safe when giving this app a try. And so that's it for this month's podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Try my best to cover these as much as I can, but busy month, and I'm trying my best to get it out to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this month's podcast, and see you in the next ones.